everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do Tribe. I think this came 2 days ago. I haven't had a chance to film this, so let me show you what I got. For those of you that don't know, Tribe is $34.99 and it comes every other month. So you're billed on the off months, and then the next month you get the box. So this is October's. Had the subscription, oh goodness, going on 2 years now, so it's been a long time. But yeah, if you want to see what I got in my October box. Okay, first off, the shirt of the day is my Tales from the Crypt. It's supposed to look like, you know, the comic book. I got this in a Fright Crate. I've been requested by multiple people to start showing the shirts that I wear, so today's shirt is Tales from the Crypt. And we're going to get into the box. I mentioned in the intro, this is $34.99. I do have a code if you want to use it. Should you want to try Tribe. It's 5 full-size items. You get it every other month. Alexandra 34 is the code. I'll leave it down below with the link. Don't feel obligated to use my code, but let's get into this. This box this month, there was a little bit of an issue. You got a palette choice, and they emailed you. And the options were the LA Girl, their Monster palette. Like, it's a matte rainbow palette, but it had like monster print on the outside. Like, I've thought about buying it, but it's $27 and it's kind of pricey for what it is. But the other option was the Pure Anti-Pollution palette, which is fall-esque color themed. But they sent the email, and I guess the LA ones were gone in like 10 minutes. And so people were throwing a fit and getting mad. And so they were like threatening to not let people choose items if they're going to throw a fit. Like, they even ordered extra of those, and they just didn't have enough. I feel like people should have a choice if there's a shade. Like, one of the items in here, there was a skin tone like option with the lid primer. So that, I feel like there should be a choice, but like palettes, I would say just luck of the draw, honestly, especially if people are going to be nasty. That's just my opinion on it. It's a mystery box. If you want choices, then don't buy mystery boxes. That's kind of how I feel about it. My dogs are being loud, and you can probably hear them through my daughter's monitor, so I will apologize. This used to come in a box. It doesn't anymore. It just comes in the mailer. So we have our little bundle of stuff, and then the card with the items and the prices. So let's see. Okay. So the choice item, one of the choice items was the Gerard Cosmetics. This is their eyeshadow base, eye concealer, and base. And so they had a deep option and a light option. So like, this is what I was saying. Something like this, yeah, give people a choice if they don't have it set up where you have, this is in Fair. If they don't have it like set up in your profile, I'm going to end up destroying this box. I'm going to keep this so it doesn't matter. Pop Lux is on YouTube. He like raves about this stuff, so I've been excited to try this. I haven't tried much from Gerard Cosmetics, and I think this is kind of pricey, but it's just, you can use it as a concealer. He uses it as an eyeshadow base, so that's probably how I will use it, but I'm excited to try that. And this retails for $22. So, and in the shade Fair, I definitely could. This is the Clean Canvas Eye Base in Fair, but I definitely could use it as a concealer in that shade, but I have plenty of concealer, so I will be trying this out. Like I said, he, if you haven't heard of him, he has tons of videos. He has his own makeup company. He's hysterical. His videos are so funny, but this is what he's been using recently, so there's that. The next item is Earth Harbor Anti-Pollution Youth something, red algae plus plant stem cells. What is this? This says it retails for $48. Helios worships your face by renewing skin through stem cell technology while restoring depleted antioxidants, normalizing skin pH, smoothing fine lines, wrinkles, and enveloping you in a sensual ritual with her velvety consistency and citrus blossom aroma. Pollution control, fine lines and wrinkles after sun, stressed skin. This is what the bottle looks like. Again, it retails for $48. says it has a citrus. There's a slight smell. It's not very, very strong, like very, very little. Like you really have to get in there and smell. And I have a pretty strong sense of smell. So I'm excited to try that. It's a serum. It's not necessarily, I don't think it's an oil. It doesn't say. I'm not a big fan of the oils. I'm assuming this is a serum. Yeah, it is a serum. So I will use that. That'll get used. I like serums. The oils, even though my skin is dry and dehydrated, they sit on my skin and they take a really long time to absorb. So that's the only reason I'm not a fan of skin oils, is just I can only use them at night because it takes forever for them to absorb. So there's that. The next thing is from Zoeva Beauty, and this is a glossy lamination liquid lipstick. That's not what it says. Oh, and it's LA Splash was the company, not LA Girl. That's also a company, I'm pretty sure, but LA Splash. They did, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, it was a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. But they did a whole collection themed around that, and then they did, they have the Monster palette, and there's another if you didn't get the LA Splash palette, then you got a different LA Splash item. But this is, yeah, the LA Splash Classic Horror Eyeshadow Palette is what it's called. It's always out of stock. It's hard to get. It's a rainbow matte palette. So honestly, I was going to pick that because I wanted it, but I honestly probably wouldn't have used it that much. Anyways, the Zoeva Illusion, what does it say? That is not what it says on here. This says glossy lamination. The description says Illuminist liquid lipstick for $18. That is not what it says on the box. Now I feel like I'm insane a little bit here. Let's see what color this is. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know how many liquid lipsticks I have in this shade. Doesn't really smell like anything. Does it dry down? I probably should read the description. That's a pretty color. Like, I definitely like to wear these colors in the winter. Glossy lamination liquid lipstick is formulated to deliver a punch of opaque color and comfortable flexibility. So that may not dry down completely, which is fine, but definitely you don't want that when you're wearing a mask, because that's going to get all over. And you'll end up looking like the Joker. Then we have the LA Splash. This is the Luminous Liquid Metals. It's like a eyeliner shadow combo thing, an all-in-one duo eyeliner that can be used to create an array of looks. Buildable water-based liner that contains super fine glitters in a clear base that dries down. So you've got, it's double-ended. I don't know what shade I got. Potion. So, and then this side you could use all over the lid. You don't necessarily have to just use it as glitter liner. Okay, so I was afraid. So there's a felt tip. It's a pretty big felt tip, but it's black. It's a little bit thinner consistency, but it's not soaking into my lines a ton. And then the other side, I saw spoilers for this. So you've got a little brush applicator. That's pretty, actually. I like that. Makes me happy that I got this because I will use that. So you can see, so you could use that on its own with the black. You could use it all over the lid as like a Stila glitter and glow situation. So that's pretty. I will use that. And this retails for $18. And I don't know if I said how much this was. This was also $18, a liquid lipstick. So far I'm going to use everything. So that's good. I think it was a situation where if you didn't get this, you got some eye patches. So there was 2 different palettes, and depending on which palette, then there was a this or that situation. So I did end up with the Pure Defense. Like I said, I was kind of bummed because I did want the LA Splash Classic Horror, but mainly for the packaging, because Lord knows I don't need a rainbow palette necessarily. This did look pretty. So here's the packaging. I don't mind Pure's eyeshadow formula. I have one palette currently from them. I had more. I decluttered them simply for the fact I wasn't using them. I gave them to my mom because they were all very wearable palettes, and I didn't want them just sitting. But the packaging's really cool, if you can see that. So it's got the like smoke almost, and this is the Pure Defense, and this retails for $34. So this is actually a little bit more expensive. But I think the Classic Horror was in cardboard, where this is plastic, so the price difference is probably primarily for packaging. So here is the palette. My daughter is now banging on the door. She knows I'm filming, so that's why she's trying to come in here, but hold on a second. Let me just swatch. I am going to keep this because I'm curious about, oh, the mattes feel really buttery. Like they're very like almost satiny feeling, like super. Does it smell? I don't think it has a smell. Maybe vanilla slightly, but very, very buttery mattes. And then let's do some shimmers because the shimmers look real pretty in this middle row here. There's no, the shade names are on the back of the box. That's very odd. Yeah, the shade names are on the back, so then you would have to keep it. Yeah, because the plastic insert does not have any, that's so bizarre. So there's one, and I'll try and get closer. I've been working on, since we got a better background and better lighting, camera positioning. And if I turn, I use my phone because I have the iPhone 11 Pro Max or whatever, but if I turn it the other way, then I can't see myself. So for unboxings, but then you're farther away. I can zoom in if I have it. So that's pretty. I definitely think I'm going to get more use out of this than if I had gotten the other one, for sure. It's bizarre that the shade names are on the box and not on the palette themselves. That's the only gripe that I have, but that doesn't really bother me. I mean, the only reason it kind of bothers me is because I do film videos, but I honestly don't know if I would end up filming with this one or not, but I'll keep it in the box for the meantime. And then maybe I can cut this out and just tape it to the back of the palette. I might end up doing that if I remember. But this retailed for $34. The Gerard Clean Canvas is $22. The serum is $48. The Zoeva lipstick is $18, and then the eyeliner was also $18. So that was everything. Doing math in my head is horrible, so if I remember, I will tally that up and put my total down below. But this was not a bad box, considering I'm going to keep everything. Rarely does that happen with subscription boxes where I'm like, oh yes, I'm going to keep everything. I am going to keep everything out of this box, so that was a win for me. So yeah, I definitely, after thinking about it when people were going on their rant, I was like, and I looked at that palette more, I was like, that's probably a better option. So it was a blessing in disguise for me, because as much as I wanted that other palette, I probably would have used it one time and then never touched it, because I don't need another rainbow palette. So not that I need another palette period, because I'm over 165 palettes at the moment, but don't judge me. So yeah, that was everything. The theme, I'm so sorry, was dusk to dawn. They were trying to do October slightly spooky. So they had, you know, the monster palette and then a fall-esque colored palette and then some other things that they thought people would like. But that's October's Tribe. So the next one won't be until December. But I will definitely leave their website down below if you're interested. I honestly like them because it is 5 full-size items. They do deal with a lot more indie brands, so it's not necessarily going to be brands that you've heard of, like with BoxyCharm all the time. Although I have gotten Beauty Blender. Pure's a pretty big brand. LA Splash is good. Like, they have worked with some bigger brands. They work with The Balm quite a bit, and that's a bigger brand, but a lot more indie brands, but it's every other month. So you're not getting bombarded with products if you don't need that many. So that's what I like about it, is that the frequency is a little bit less than like BoxyCharm, where there was a time where I was getting way too much, so I have scaled back some of my makeup subscriptions just because the sheer volume was overwhelming. So I do like Tribe for that reason. So anyways, I think I've rambled enough. That was my October box. I apologize that it took so long. Normally I get my Tribe boxes the first week of the month. This one came late. They were having shipping delays. I think they had more people sign up than they normally have had, and so it just came really late in the month. And then I've been busy with work, but that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I would like to film a Halloween haul before the end of the month if I can manage, because I have purchased a few things, not a ton, probably not as many as you would think, but if anybody is interested, this is going to go up this evening. I will edit it. So this is the 20th, so it'll go up tonight. So let me know if you would be interested in a Halloween haul before the end of October, which is like a week or 2 weeks or whatever. It's coming up. 10 days if it's the 20th. Yeah, 11. Excuse me. If I could do math here, that would be good. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is turned on. That's all I have for you today. Everybody stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, night, morning, whatever it is. And hopefully I will see you all in another video very soon. Bye, everybody.